Flux core welding, gasless welding. Pretty cool for little jobs around the workshop. I was having a beer the other day and I was reading through some emails from you guys, and a lot of you guys are wanting to get into welding, but you're saying, Pete, do I really need to have a big ass machine like this and a humongous gas bottle like that just so I can weld up some shit in my shed? Well guys, you're in luck. I'm going to tell you all the do's and don'ts when you start out welding. So this is how I started out, guys, with a big ass machine like this that's capable of doing gas MIG welding and gasless MIG welding. So you might be saying to yourself, Pete, what the hell's the difference? Aha, I'm going to tell you in a minute, guys. But if you're using a solid core wire, you're going to have a big ass gas bottle like this. And let me tell you, they are not bloody cheap. So I'm in New Zealand, right? So I brought this gas bottle, but you can actually hire them. They cost about $150, $200 a year just to hire a bloody empty bottle. And then you got to go and fill it up, which this is a 45 kg gas bottle, so it's quite friggin' large. And that can cost anything up to $220, $230. But I'm only running CO2 on this. I'm not using a mix of argon gas, which is even more expensive. Because if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm as cheap as chips, really. Like I say, you can hire this bottle, and then you still got to fill it up every time that it gets empty, of course. Or you can buy the bottle. Now, I went down to my local gas place, as you do. I thought to myself, I'm not going to buy a bloody new bottle. They had all these new bottles there on display. So I walked straight past the new bottles and I went out the back where the boys are filling these things up. I said to them, hey guys, I'm looking for an old bloody gas bottle to put some CO2 in for welding. You got anything? And they sort of thought for a minute. And then I said to them, guys, I've got $100 here. I can chuck into your social club for your frickin' end of the year drinks, if you're into that. And all of a sudden they found me this gas bottle full of gas for $50. Well, that was awesome, eh? So, $150 later, I walked away with the gas bottle. Anyway, but that's a different story. So this old machine runs on gasless and gas wire. So that saved me over 300 bloody bucks and the price of a new gas bottle. So I got my gas bottle for 150 bucks, full of gas. So then I had to buy my machine, which is about 1,500 bucks, say 150 and 1,500, 1,650 bucks. For the whole package. And then I had to learn how to bloody weld with it. Mind you, I'm going back 10 years. I still don't really know how to weld, but you know how it is. So I could hear you saying to yourself, Pete, what the hell are you doing telling us all this crap? Aha! Because in that 10-year time frame, the cost of these consumables, the wire consumables, has gone. When I first brought that big welder, I was using a 60-pound roll like this because I was doing a lot of welding. And this is solid core wire, meaning that solid core, it hasn't got a core in it. No, obviously. And the core is the same as the shielding gas that I showed you in that big bottle. Now, how can that be, you're saying? Now, Pete, how the hell can that be? Because it's not really a gas in the wire, but it still shields your wire, if you understand what I'm saying. Well, Pete, that's as clear as mud. Anyway, anywho, back then this cost me about 90 New Zealand dollars for this big roll, and it's a humongous roll. But, like I said, you have to use gas with it. Now enter flux core wire. It's not only a different colour, this one you don't need the big bloody gas bottle with it. And this wire here is like solder, it's got a flux in the middle of it. And when you're welding, it puts a shield around your weld, the same as what the gas bottle does. But this one back in the day almost used to cost twice as much as this wire, and you only got a third of the amount. So I said to myself, bugger that, I'm gonna just stick with the gas. Pay every 4 or 5 months, getting the gas refilled for a couple of $100 and save a shitload of money on wire. So unless you're doing a shitload of welding, you don't need something this big anymore. I used to weld every day of the week, but over the last few years, I might only weld once or twice a week, just trying to stick some shit together in the garage or whatever. I'm not doing it on the same scale as I used to. So this machine here has basically become obsolete, and I have brought one of these little machines. This machine here is about $140, absolutely unbelievable. Will do everything that this big machine here will do. and it runs on both solid core wire and flux core wire. And because, like I said before, the wire's got that much cheaper, even though it does use smaller rolls, it's still economical to weld. You don't need a big ass tank like this, and you're not paying the bloody hire companies to hire a bottle. Who ever heard of hiring out a friggin' empty bottle? You gotta be nuts. So this little machine here can either run on gasless wire, or we can go up and run it on gas. So what we'll do is we'll run it on gasless wire first and hook up this big gas bottle and see if it really makes a difference for a beginner welder. So if we have a look inside here, you will see that we are running gasless wire. It's the silver wire, the same as this big coil here that I showed you before. So some people call this gasless wire, other people call it flux core wire. All it means is that you don't need gas to weld with this wire. When you've got this set up to gasless, there's just one trick you have to keep in mind when using these little welders that do gasless and non-gasless welding. When you're using flux core or gasless wire, what it needs to do, sometimes you might see that it says it's got to be electrode negative. Now you're saying to yourself, Pete, what the hell is electrode negative? Well, if you look here, we've got 3 plugs. Your earth can either go in there, there, and the center wire here is like the electrode wire. Now this is the electrode. It's the wire that comes out of your torch like that, so they call that the electrode. So when you're welding with gasless wire, you need this wire here to be electrode negative. So you take your electrode wire here, which this wire here, basically, is connected to this here. So if you imagine this wire here is your electrode, which is this, it's got to be electrode negative. So we'll screw that one in there. So now this wire is negative, and this one here, which is your earth clamp, is positive. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's find something to weld up here. I wasn't using them anyway. Let's see if we can weld these together. I'll clamp the earth clamp to the table because we're all metal, and if I clamp it on here it's going to go bleh and be horrible. Flux core welding. Turn them over. Yeah. So if you notice on this weld, it's got a little bit of slag on it. See that? Now if we clean it up with a wire brush. Oh shit, that's hot, Pete. Cool it off a bit. Might have to open another beer. As you can see, guys, not a perfect weld, but it's definitely going to hold it together. There's no way in hell I'm going to get that apart. This side here, the side that I haven't cleaned up, is a little bit rougher than this side here. But flux core welding, gasless welding, pretty cool for little jobs around the workshop. Now I'll show you the difference, guys. I'll use my big gas bottle here, and we'll plug it into that little welder. We'll change the wire in the welder to a solid core wire, and then I'll show you the difference. And you tell me if there's much of a difference. So what we need to do now is change the wire over to a solid core wire. What I do, instead of wasting a whole lot of wire that's in your torch, I just undo it here from the drive rollers and just pull it back like this. Just wind it back on, because once again I'm a cheapskate and I don't like wasting wire. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're taking the flux core wire out. Make sure when it gets to the end you don't let it go, because it'll go and then you'll be friggin' chasing your tail. It'll almost like that, see? Because it's quite springy, chasing your tail all day to try and friggin' coil it back up again. See how springy it is, guys? I've had a whole roll go on the floor. Surprising you didn't hear me yelling from where you are. Tuck it in there and bend it over so we're all set for next time. Now when I brought this little machine I got 2 rolls. I got 1 roll of flux core and 1 roll of solid core wire. So let's open the solid core wire. Hee. And see guys, that's the same colour as that big roll I showed you from the big machine. So we definitely need to use gas with this wire, guys. When you're loading these machines, you need 2 or 3 pair of hands. Hold the wire like that, between your thumb and index finger. Cut it off, which would help if you had a decent pair of side cutters, Pete. Like that. Put it on your machine like that. Always have your wire running directly into the drive rollers. Pull a little bit out like that. Hold your finger on here so nothing unspools, because it'll take off like a rat up a friggin' drain pipe. Feed your wire in like so. If you open that out there, make sure your wire goes in the groove. You hear it springing. Put your brake on top. About the most difficult thing of welding is trying to stop the spool of wire from bloody doing its thing. It's holding it steady now, so I can use my other finger to guide it into the hole. I just hate it when things don't fit in holes. Poke it through like so. Put the other dry roller on top of it. It's all solid now. Clamp it down. Whoo-wee! I think that deserves another beer. What do you reckon? So just pull your trigger and your wire should come out. There you go. What we need to do now is see how we're on gasless. We need to change it to gas. There we go, gas. Turn the gas on. Hear it? Can you hear it? Psst. See it going up there on the gauge? Now remember what I said before, when you're flux core welding, you need negative electrode, which is this. So here's your electrode, we need to plug it in negative. But when you're welding with solid core wire, the electrode needs to be positive. So what we need to do is take the earth lead out of the positive side earth, change it over to negative side, and plug the electrode. Remember I said the electrode is the wire that comes out of your torch. So plug the electrode positive into the positive side. Just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now let's see what the gas does. Yeah! So this is welding without gas using gasless flux core wire. This is welding using a shielding gas as CO2. Flux core, solid core. I mean, I wouldn't win any competitions on the welding, but you get the point. No need to hire a welding gas bottle. All you need to do is buy flux core bloody wire. And like I said before guys, the bloody prices are almost the same between solid core and flux core wire. So why the hell would you bother hiring a friggin' big gas bottle, paying to fill it up? You gotta be crazy. Anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. If you're still watching me, you might want to get your tools featured on my channel. It's real easy. Just contact me at pete@petestools.com. And if you feel like buying Pete some giggle juice, check the link in the description below. And maybe I'll mention you on my next video. See you next time. So if you want to start welding, I would recommend a little machine like this. I think they've got them on sale at the moment for about 140 bucks. I'll put a link in the description below. I'll also put a link on where to buy all this wire and some other bits and pieces. And Pete's going to go and have a beer now, because it's friggin' hot here. And we'll see you next time, eh? Bye.